probiotics and prebiotics. It's GMO-free, tastes awesome. And you can also take a look at the Beyond Organic products from Jordan Rubin, the probiotic-enriched cheese, the Suero V, and the Amasai Suero V is particularly good if you're trying to enjoy intermittent fasting, enjoy the benefits of the intermittent fasting. You can use the Suero V to get you over the hump. If you're feeling like you need some food in the middle of your fast, or even if you feel like you need some food in the middle of the day and you're not fasting, use the Suero V or the Amasai. They're both loaded with probiotics. They've got minerals, easy to absorb minerals, and the good sources of protein as well. You can find out all about it at brightsideben.com. Of course, if you want to join me in my mission to educate the world about how important a good nutritional supplement program is, and if you want to help change lives and make a little bit of money at the same time and get your products at the wholesale price, enjoy all the tax benefits, including writing off your home office and mileage and stamps, etc., writing off your products even if you give some away as samples, you can click on the Join the Team link for a one-time $10 fee. Start yourself a longevity business. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Okay, our number today, 855-660-4261. If you've got questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we can help you out. Of course, if you've got questions about the longevity products or ingredients or formulations or skincare, we can help you out there as well. Okay, so estrogen is involved in the immune process. Most autoimmune disease sufferers, most patients who have scleroderma or lupus or thyroiditis, Hashimoto's thyroid, etc., are women. This is thought to be due to the fact that estrogen plays such an important role in the inflammatory process and in the immune system process. Estrogen is a fiber-inducing hormone. It induces the growth of fibers. That means it's involved in wound healing, but it also means it's involved in fibroses. Uterine fibroids are often caused by excess estrogen. Anytime you have excess growth of tissue, you want to think about estrogen, whether it's cysts or whether it's fibroids or whether it's polyps, whatever kind of excess growth that you're dealing with. Focus on estrogen and balancing out estrogen. Progesterone is the best way to balance out estrogen. You can use progesterone in a cream. In fact, I recommend progesterone cream for anybody dealing with what's called estrogen dominance, which can be marked by fibrosis and cysts and fibroids or PMS issues. If you have estrogen dominance, in addition to using progesterone cream, you want to make absolutely positively sure that you're using probiotics and digestive support. It's so important to make sure that you're processing estrogen correctly. A lot of the problems that are blamed on estrogen are really related to the breakdown products of estrogen. And the breakdown products of estrogen accumulate when we don't process estrogen correctly. Bile is extremely, extremely, extremely important for the processing and elimination of estrogen. If you've had your gallbladder removed, you got to be extra, extra careful that you're using progesterone cream and probiotics and fat metabolism strategies. Vitamin A and vitamin E can help balance out estrogen as well. If you have your gallbladder, keep it. Don't let any boneheaded medical professional, ignoramus medical professional tell you you don't need a gallbladder. If you take your gallbladder out for anything aside from cancer, you are really, really playing with fire and increasing your risk for all kinds of problems down the road. Now, estrogen also has, because of its ability to induce the growth of fibers, estrogen has a reputation for being an anti-aging hormone, and to a certain extent that's correct. Estrogen is involved in stimulating the production of collagen, and as estrogen levels drop, skin tends to thin. Dermatologists will sometimes recommend hormone replacement therapy using estrogen to help keep the skin from wrinkling. I'm not sure if I would go... I don't think I'd recommend that at all, especially considering the relationship between estrogen and estrogen metabolites to strokes and heart disease and cancer, etc. I can remember as a young pharmacist dispensing estrogen vaginal cream, which is obviously for menopausal issues, but I remember using it or dispensing it as a facial cream. Estrogen vaginal cream as a facial cream. Doctors were recommending it to keep wrinkles from happening, and indeed you can use estrogen topically in this way. It's probably better if you're going to use estrogen to protect your skin and prevent wrinkles. It's probably better to use estrogen in a cream rather than to take it orally. The logic, of course, being if it's going to help build up the skin in the genitals, which is really what it's for, vaginal atrophy, it's going to do the same thing for your facial skin. Now, whether it works or not, I can't say. I've never really seen any tremendous benefits from folks using estrogen vaginal cream on their face. But clearly systemic estrogen, it does have some fiber-secreting benefits. Systemic estrogen from inside the body is secreted out of the ovaries pre-menopause, out of the female reproductive system. And then after menopause, estrogen is supposed to be secreted by the adrenal glands. However, if we're burdening our adrenal glands, if we're dealing with adrenal fatigue or adrenal stress, if we're eating too much sugar, if we've got nutritional deficiencies, especially deficiencies in the mighty 90 essential nutrients like vitamin C and zinc, we can run into problems with the adrenal glands, meaning we're not going to be making as much estrogen. So after menopause, or even during menopause, if you want to help protect yourself from some of these problems associated with deficiencies in estrogen, and that, by the way, includes hot flashes, and that includes diabetic or blood sugar issues, includes wrinkles and thinning skin, you'll probably be a lot smarter focusing on adrenal health than to take pharmaceutical estrogen. You guys who are considering hormone replacement therapy, if your doctor's trying to convince you to use hormone replacement therapy, in my opinion, you'd be a lot better off focusing on the adrenal glands, your body's stress glands, which are so burdened and so fatigued by our 21st century lifestyle. You'd be a lot better off focusing on adrenal health issues than using hormone replacement therapy. How do you focus on adrenal health issues? Well, lots of ways. Blood sugar is probably one of the most important, using the sweeties, getting off of sugary kinds of foods, and staying away from pastas and breads and rice and potatoes, all the foods we beat up on the program. Using vitamin C, super important for the adrenal glands, 1,000 milligrams a day minimum. You'll get that in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. But you can take more. You can take 2,000 or 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Zinc is probably the most important mineral for the adrenal glands. Everybody should be using 50 milligrams, 50 milligrams of zinc picolinate a day, in my opinion, especially if you're dealing with adrenal issues. Always balance your zinc with copper. 50 milligrams of zinc and about 2 to 4 milligrams of copper every day. And as I say, vitamin A and E, which are important for balancing out estrogen, those can also be important for the adrenal glands as well. Vitamin B12, super important for the adrenal glands. And of course, oxygen, deep breathing, is also important for adrenal health. Estrogen is a growth-inducing hormone. Its main role is to grow a baby. That means it's going to grow fibers as well. It's growing a human form. It's growing a human being. And a human form and a human being is largely made up of collagen fibers. Now, 50% of the body form, of the human form, is connective tissue, and around 30% of the body is collagen. So obviously, if estrogen is designed by nature to grow a baby, to grow a human form, it's going to be involved in the secretion of fibers. So it makes sense that one of estrogen's main roles in the body is to stimulate the production of collagen, connective tissue fibers, and it also stimulates the growth of cells. Now, estrogen is a mixed bag, as I say. There's a lot of negative literature on the use of internal estrogen, and it is quite a potent hormone. Even if you're taking a prescription drug, hormone replacement therapy, they're usually dosed on in micrograms. That is 125 micrograms, 125 milligram dose. That's usually a standard dose of something like Premarin, which is a standard estrogen. That's a tiny, tiny, tiny little dose. And it's even, in the body, it's secreted in even smaller amounts, nanograms, billionths of a gram. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're coming back with more good health information and your phone calls as well. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network.
This GCN program brought to you by Numana Storable Foods. With the launch of our new Defender Pack, we've officially changed food storage forever. Go to PowerPrepper.com right now and invest in the revolutionary Defender Pack today. That's PowerPrepper.com.
Teenagers like me used to think our parents were just weird because they put their phones and computers inside those flimsy little fake leather cases. Then my folks both got a Block-It Pocket. Mom knows it keeps her safe from the phone's radiation. Dad knows it keeps his information private. I like my Block-It Pocket because it blocks hacking and tracking. Awesome! BlockItPocket.com has other cool stuff too. Guess my parents aren't so weird. Get your Block-It Pocket at BlockItPocket.com.
Hi, Ted Anderson with Midas Resources. Is it time to convert paper 401ks and IRAs to solid gold and silver yet? Get our 10 Reasons book free. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Whoa! This is big! By popular demand, the Freeze Dry Guy's giant factory authorized sale has been extended. Now through August, save 30 to 45% on number 10 cans of high-quality Mountain House freeze-dried foods from the Freeze Dry Guy. Now's the time to stock up on all factory fresh stock of the finest, best-tasting, longest-proven shelf-life foods in the industry at giant savings of 30 to 45%. But hurry, supplies are limited, so this sale is only through the end of August. Call 866-404 866-404-3663. Free shipping to the lower 48 states. Click freezedryguide.com or call 866-404-3663. That's freezedryguide.com. Hurry! The Giant Factory authorized Mountain House sale with savings of 30 to 45% is extended through August. From the Freeze Dry Guide, the finest freeze-dried and dehydrated foods available anywhere for long-term storage.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
If you need to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, thank you, or simply I'm thinking of you, ProFlowers.com is the key. ProFlowers has stunning bouquets, like the best-selling 100 blooms for $19.99. Plus, ProFlowers will include a glass vase for free. Sending someone a wonderful surprise of beautiful flowers sent fresh from the fields is easy. Choose the bouquet you like, pick the delivery date, and each order is 100% guaranteed. Plus, all bouquets from ProFlowers are guaranteed to last at least 7 full days. Beautiful, fragrant flowers, picked fresh and sent to your loved one for lasting enjoyment. To get this incredible savings and send someone 100 gorgeous blooms with a free vase for $19.99, go to ProFlowers.com. Click the blue microphone in the top right corner and enter code PLOW. That's ProFlowers.com. Click the mic and enter code PLOW.
Moms of America, stand up and stop taking abuse from your kids.
I pledge never to let my kid disrespect me ever again.
I pledge to stop letting my daughter walk all over me.
I pledge to stop living in fear of my son's anger.
I pledge never to feel like a bad parent ever again. Because I'm not.
I pledge to stop letting my child's behavior control my home.
I pledge to be a mom with kids who listen, a total transformation mom.
I'm Janet Lehman, co-creator of the Total Transformation Program. We created the Total Transformation to help parents with difficult child behavior. Now I'm giving it away free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. We'll let you keep it for free.
Call 1-800-256-7795. That's 1-800-256-7795. Call now. Call 1-800-256-7795. That's 1-800-256-7795.
A little right, a little left, but always independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. We're talking about wound healing and estrogen. On our next program, we'll talk to you about some substitutes for estrogen, some non-toxic versions of estrogen that you can use over the counter. And then we'll continue talking about arginine and arginine's breakdown product, or arginine's metabolite, which can be used as rocket fuel. How do you like that? And that also has a very important role to play when it comes to biological health and when it comes to wound healing as well. Rocket fuel, I love that. It all has to do with the fact that nitrogen is so explosive. We'll talk about that on our next Bright Side episode as we continue talking about wound healing and anti-aging. Got an interesting story here from the Journal of Investigative Dermatology. Apparently, acute psychological stress may be involved in promoting wound healing. Now, we always beat up on stress, and we talk about how important it is to control the stress response, but as it turns out, acute stress as opposed to chronic stress may actually have some wound healing benefits. A little bit of stress, as it turns out, may be a good thing. We know that a little bit of stress is involved in muscle building, and a little bit of psychological stress, as it turns out, may actually promote wound healing. That's according to an article, a study that was published online yesterday in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology. Quote, under chronic stress, the same naturally healing the same natural occurring steroids damage the protective functions of normal skin and inhibit wound healing, but during acute or shorter intervals of stress, it turns out that there are beneficial effects for inflammatory disorders.